Hey guys, what is up? So I watched Shane Dawson's video, The Cancelled World of Jeffree Star and Shane Dawson. And before we get into this video, I do want to state that normally when I summarize videos, it's usually like this happened in all chronological order. But with this video, I'm not going to do that because Shane, there's one clip to where he's talking about how he has man boobs and then he jumps back to him and Jeffree in the lab. So it's really hard to do that. So yeah, with that being said, let's get right into the video. So the video starts off with Shane. He's talking about a paid sponsorship and then it cuts to February of 2020. So we're in Colorado, we're at Shane and Ryland's home, and he's actually talking to the camera of what he should be filming, like he has no idea. So at the time, he just didn't know what he's going to be filming. So as Shane is trying to catch up with us, he shares with us that if we didn't already know, he has a puppy, and that him and Ryland, they're trying to have a baby through surrogate. Shane also shared with us that him and Ryland have been together for 6.5 years. I mean, the video consists of a lot of joking around. Shane, he sits on a bed and realizes he has a hole in his jeans. But after like 9 minutes and 35 seconds into the video, we see Jeffree Star. And then we come to the realization quickly that, oh, like this is going to be another conspiracy palette. I mean, obviously not literally the name conspiracy. Now, there's a point in the video that didn't really shock me, if I'm being honest here. But Shane shares with us that he was always loyal to Jeffree. Like, there's no way just because of a cancellation that he's just now not going to be friends with Jeffree anymore. And this didn't really surprise me because they were both in the hot seat. So it's like, okay, yeah, they're going to be like canceled friends together. But anyways, there's many moments in the lab where you see Shane and Jeffree, they're, figuring out the color, what color feels right to them, feels creamier, richer, etc. I would say the most interesting part of this video, other than them feeding their cute dogs, is when they went to Ryland's parents' home and the parents or Ryland's family members were allowed to ask Shane some questions. So one of the people, Bruce, he made a statement. I think Bruce is Ryland's father. Correct me if I'm wrong, but I think that's the case. Anyways, Bruce, he makes a statement to Shane how, like, it's good to see Shane out of a dark place because, after being canceled, Shane was just very depressed. And he even goes on to say how California is nasty. And it's really funny because I can't tell if Bruce actually knows what happened because I get it, but I could understand from a family aspect how one could be like, yeah, California did that to you, those mean yada yada yada. But okay, but seriously now, talking serious, like Shane, he is a human being. So if he was in this very dark place that he has shared with us in the past, then yeah, he does need to get the help that he needs. With that being said though, I do wonder what this Bruce knows because I'm still on that D'Angelo Wallace video that's not up. I mean, I'm sure you can probably find it, but still. But a funny moment, though, was when the grandma, when it was her turn to ask questions, she was just like, I would have dated you when I was younger if I was your age. And I'm like, okay, of course I'm paraphrasing. But then you hear like, Ryland's mother go, I didn't think you were going to say that. So, I mean, there were some funny moments, but to me, I am still on that whole racism thing from the D'Angelo Wallace video that I'm not a fan of Shane Dawson. There was a moment though, there definitely was a moment in the video where they went outside and then Ryland's mother asked Shane a question. I mean, at first she jokingly asked him, like, do you love my son? But the second question was, why did you not defend yourself when people were coming at you saying that the only reason you did the conspiracy palette was because it was a money grab? And Shane shares with us that, he was very frustrated by this. He felt like he spent a year on that whole documentary. Him editing those videos for a whole entire year actually hurt his relationship because he wasn't spending so much time with Ryland. He shares with us that this was his life. This was his soul. This whole entire thing felt like giving birth. This project was his baby. And it just hurt him when people were saying that this was a money grab. And then he shares with us the whole money situation. So the conspiracy palette made $30 million, but because of the whole packaging and all that cost $20 million. Shane then even goes on to describe that like there were taxes involved, obviously, and then people had to get their cuts and all that. So yes, it was a good, decent amount of money, but it wasn't like millions and millions of dollars like everyone is making it out to be. So anyways, they get back to the house and Shane actually wants to show us the palette. At the time, they didn't have the packaging for the palette, but they still had the actual, like, you know, the palette. So he calls up Jeffree or texts Jeffree, and then Jeffree sent him a voice note saying that he can share with us the whole palette thing. And then Shane comes to this realization that him and Ryland and Chris, the camera guy, they can just fly to Wyoming, which is insane, but yeah. So at this part of the video, towards the end of the video, Shane believes that now, you know, this was meant to be, that he was actually supposed to fly to Wyoming and continue this video, continue the series, because there were little clips in the video that mentioned Jeffree, and Shane was just like, maybe it's meant to be. So now, you know, towards the end of the video, he's flying to Wyoming. Him and Ryland and Chris, the camera guy, they get on a flight and they go to Wyoming. So that was the video, but to me, okay, so I get that Shane is trying to move on with his life, right? But in doing so, like these little comments, especially by Bruce, which I think is Ryland's dad, with these little comments of, you know, California is so nasty, da, 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 da. And I'm just like thinking the whole time, Shane was very nasty. Feel me? Like, you know, I'm not really sure of everything that the parents know, Ryland's parents know, but like he got canceled for doing a lot of horrible things. Shane got canceled for doing a lot of horrible things. So it wasn't just like California is nasty. Now, as far as this palette with Jeffree and Shane, I mean, I don't know. I think people will buy this because, I mean, I saw on whose community post, I think it was Shane's community post, there was one person that was just like, I can't sleep until this video comes out, the video that we just watched or I just went over. I'm like, you couldn't wait for this to come out. So people are excited. They definitely still have fans for sure. But yeah, I'm left with Shane. Yes, he's going to be fine. I feel like they still have enough fans that still support them. So to each their own. I really don't have any complaints in this video other than for Bruce. Yeah, that's it. Anyways, leave a comment below. Let me know what you think. Thank you guys for watching, and I will see you soon on the next video. Bye, guys.